Are we serious? What does that mean? I don't know. Ask clavicular. No problem. Oh, wait. Oh my god. I'm not dealing with the rage bait today. How in the world am I doing like no damage, man? Like, people will never learn, bro. Doesn't matter what I say anymore. I'm so tired of this topic. Show a caveman fire and they wouldn't be able to replicate it. going S3 AMF. People miss the elephant in the room, which is Sparkle being elation. I mean, it's not only that. It's like, how many videos do I have to make at this point? How many calcs have to prove people wrong over and over and over and over again? It's just tiring, bro. Like, people cannot get over their own headcanon over fucking Sparkle being better than... Like, keep in mind, currently, Yao Guang is already more valuable for Sparksy. Right. Like, in any Sparksy team, Yao Guang is more important than getting buff Sparkle. I don't get how people understand this. And people will still say, oh, buff Sparkle in there. In a 3 elation team, in which Aha instance would be faster. More damage would be done because of elation skills. Yao Guang's an AoE buffer, Sparkle's a hyper carry buffer. They generate literally the same skill points. Like, nobody can use their brain. It's sad. What the fuck do you mean uni video? I don't know. What are you talking about? Guy says Sparkle will be in a Silver Wolf team. Like, these people are just dumb. There's no other way to say it. They're just dumb. I'm sorry. You are genuinely stupid if you think they're going to make a version 2 support who's had a bajillion rerun banners and has now been given for free as a best in slot for the premium elation team of the version. Like, people are fucking insane, dude. Like, even outside of the calcs, the kit synergy, the Aha instance, the damage, the AoE buffing, even if you ignore the hard evidence, there's still the soft evidence. Like, why in the world would they ever do this? Who the fuck is best in slotting Cassie's team who's a version 2 support? Nobody. Fucking nobody. Literally, at almost 90% of the time, ask these people why Yao wouldn't be best in slot, you're getting 2 answers. Either 1, it's because her ult punchline doesn't count towards Silverwolf's ult, or 2, it's because they think Yao Guang is too general. No, I don't want to react to other people's videos and, you know, I'm not that type of creator, man. You know, people can have their own thoughts on their own channels, but If anyone comes to my channel with that idiocy, swear to God, man. I mean, multiple people already have, but like I've had to go through the motions of putting a bajillion pieces of evidence to finally wake people up. Somehow it still isn't enough. Yeah, true, Bronte. It is easier content, but more toxic, unhealthy. Eee. Are you sick? Nah, I'm just sockless with my window open, and it's like minus 10-degree weather outside, so I got a stuffy nose. I already talked about it. The reason Yao Guang's punchline doesn't contribute towards Silverwolf's ult is because if you had an E1 Yao Guang, not only would you be getting an elation skill off, not only would this make Yao Guang plus 3 SP positive the second she triggers that ultimate, but also it would feed Silverwolf 40 punchline every time Yao Guang did an ultimate. It would be the most broken support E1 for a main DPS in the entirety of the game by probably a large margin. What does E1 Yao Guang do? It increases her ult's fixed punchline from 20 to 40, and then it allows elation damage to ignore 20% defense. So in Sparksy teams, this ends up being around a near 30% overall increase in performance, and it would probably only increase the more elation characters are added. E1 Tribi is 50 to 60% weaker than an E0 as 0 Yao Guang, though. Bronte is the difference, so at least for elation DPSs. Oh yeah, general buffing, yeah. Yao Guang is like only for elation, which is why you shouldn't take anybody seriously who says she is getting power crept. Her Eidolon vertical investment is literally only elation damage buffing, no general buffing. Majority of her base kit, elation buffing. Like, she is so hard targeted towards elation teams with as many elation teammates as possible. Yet people think they're about to replace her. It's like, can we please use our brains, bro? Please. Oh yeah, true, Bronte. Game changing. What's Gucci? Nothing much. I'm at 55 pity. It's 12 skill points, so people underrate it. The thing is, we're not getting an elation sustain anytime soon. So in Silverwolf's team that isn't sustainless, it would be 18 skill points because of the 3 elation from Yao Guang, allowing her to hit, allowing Sparksy to max her elation trace, right? For 3 more throw per ult. And Sparksy gets like 2 ults in a 0 cycle. So it's more than that. But then, not only that, right? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Like, people are stupid. The only two elation characters we have in the game currently get rewarded from their elation skills, right? So why do people automatically assume that we aren't going to get more elation skills with rewards on them on like Silver Wolf and an elation sustain and like other characters? Because the more elation characters we get with rewards on their elation skill, legit, the more Yao Guang's value increases. Like, it just works that way. For example, if Silver Wolf also gains a skill point every single time she uses her elation skill, guess what's going to happen? Yao Guang is instantly 2 more skill point positive now. It's that simple. Like, it's so easy to buff Yao Guang with just getting more elation teammates. So Yao Guang gains more value the more elation characters on her team because of her forced AHA instance on ult. Silver Wolf isn't gonna age worse. Like, does nobody use their brain? Silver Wolf isn't the only team getting early best in slots. Who is Ashvale for? Is Ashvale a hyper carry? You can run him hyper carry. Is he meant to be a hyper carry? No. He's meant to be a sub DPS for a future main DPS. If we look at the possibility of 4.3, they will probably release a Himiko best in slot teammate in 4.3 before she herself even releases, right? Because that was the speculation that Pearl, the preservation sustain from Sakura Haven, would release in 4.3. So you can see a pattern. It isn't only Silverwolf's team or the Elation teams who are getting their best in slots early. It's the future follow-up main DPS. It's Himiko SP as well, right? Like, everybody is getting early best in slots and not after their banner. And then, even on top of this, I've already explained this, the Silverwolf team will still get an upgrade in the likely elation sustain near the end of the version, right? Like, just look at Hyacine. Sure, Hyacine is a buff to all HP scalers, but let's all be honest, who does Hyacine synergize with the absolute most? It's Cassie, right? There's a bias in the sustain's value for the main push unit they want to design them for. So this elation sustain will probably also be best in slot for like main DPS Sparksy and Evanescia, but it'll probably buff Silverwolf more than the others. Asheville is clearly for Fei Xiao. True, true, my bad. I didn't consider that. The elation team discussion gets brought up every day. It does. It's sickening. Oh my god, because people keep coming to my chat saying that they think fucking Sparkle of all people is going to be best in slot over fucking Yao Guang. And people keep asking for advice like, oh, should I get Yao Guang? Should I get Yao Guang? Despite me making a bajillion community posts and videos at this point on her. It's like, if you don't believe me at this point, like, just don't believe me at all. The Silverwolf Discord server is hell? There's a Silverwolf Discord? I don't even know. Ah, damn, I forgot to do the other plunge. Whoops. Community posts are hard to see. My community posts get more traction than my videos sometimes. But even then, like, I've done as many videos as I have community posts at this point about how I think Yao Guang is going to be best in slot and why. So it's still like... Oh, wow. Yo, can I revive you? Wait, it didn't dodge midair. Oh my god. Oh, bro, no, man. No. 46 seconds? How did I take damage on that second one? Oh, I actually can stall if I'm far enough. Wow. Yeah. Have you seen Uniquely video? No, I don't watch other creators. $56 pity, so close. But yeah. This talk about elation teams is like brain dead, dude. Oh, I got 20, nice. This feels like Cyrene Doom posting? Yeah, basically. Except, I think the difference is, once, like, calcs came out of Cyrene being noticeably best in slot for Evernight and, like, Mono Rem, like, people started to realize, like, oh, you know, like, then she is best in slot for actually, like, multiple teams, and especially in Noxa and My Day and stuff. But the difference is, we have official calcs on the difference Yao Guang makes, and how she matters more than Buff Sparkle. Like, way more. And people are still trying to fight that she isn't in the best in slot team and they're gonna power creep her. By the way, the same reason why Cyrene got Doom posted for Mono Rem is the same reason Yao Guang is getting Doom posted for Elation currently. Back then, people were saying that the buff that Cyrene gave to Cassie was too bad for her to be best in slot for the team. And currently, it's that, oh, the Elation damage buffing and the Aha instance and all her Elation gimmicks, they're too bad. And there's other people who can come close to her anyways. People refuse to believe they'd start a patch off with the Siren of Elation. Then I don't care. That's their problem, dude. They can wait an entire fucking year for the Elation best in slot that is never gonna replace Yao Guang. And then I can just sit there laughing, dude. Because that's exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, true, Bronte, true. Literally, the only excuse I've seen people make is like, oh, MC has always been best in slot for the Annie unit. Yeah, dude. I remember when HMC was best in slot for Acheron, man. Those were the days. You don't get it? Breakeron is crazy? Must be, must be. I actually wonder if there's a video of no Sparkle versus no Yao going out there. So I could just like recommend that to people who keep bothering me. so they can see who matters more on that team. Obviously not Silverwolf because she isn't in the game yet. It's obvious Yao matters most. You'd think, man. You'd think. You'd think that. Oh my god. You'd think. What many consider obvious, others think impossible. No, but the skill point Sparkle generates? True, true. What in the world is this? Yeah, I got literally the exact same comment on my YouTube video, Khaled. And I kind of crashed out a little bit. People want Sparkle so much, why not run Silverwolf Sparksy, Yao Guang Sparkle Sustainless? Probably because there's a decent chance EMC would be better than Buff Sparkle for Elation teams. So it's like, if they come to the realization that Buff Sparkle is not at all even close to Yao Guang for the Elation teams, then they'd also know it's likely EMC will also be better than Buff Sparkle. So to them, that's like, oh, I pulled Buff Sparkle for, let's say, Elation. Because let's be honest, a lot of people chose Buff Sparkle so that they could get like an introductory support into being able to play Sparksy in the future Elation team. And they don't want to believe that she's going to be kicked out of all the Elation teams in the future. That's like a pretty big thing that is likely happening right now. Like, Buff Sparkle still has incredible value, generally especially, but people are trying to cope about her being best in slot in an Elation team, the anniversary Elation team, of all things. Over Yao Guang. You think there will be two different mono elation teams? No. No. That doesn't make sense. There isn't even like space to really fit it. Yeah, the only person who's gonna want skill points on that mono elation team is gonna be Sparksy for generating punchline. Everybody else will probably be SP positive to make up for her. Evanesia, in my opinion, is definitely not getting a mono elation team. Like that's just obvious. She's gonna be stuck with EMC, probably. She'll leech off of the elation sustained in Yao Guang from Silverwolf, but I don't think she's getting an EMC upgrade because EMC seems to be a hyper carry buffer. So I yearn for E1 Evernight. I'm sure a lot of people do. I don't know when OG Silverwolf will rerun. I have zero clue. No, Silverwolf. Yao Guang is Silverwolf support, guys. I love waffles. I love waffles. I love waffles. I love waffles. Did you see that they deleted the Iris Discord server? No. Why? No clue. Didn't expect they'd take the PvP loss that seriously. Wait, were they wrong about Rover Element? Or something? They were wrong about Sigrico weapon? Oh. I mean, to be fair, I did think, like, they seem to really care about being better than, they seem to really care about being better than fucking, what's it called? Seal Leaks. Like, I was there when, like, the thing was starting to heat up. And, like, I think it was, like, Mekon who was in the theory crafting channel for, like, an hour or two just trying to slander their shit. So, it's not a good look. It really isn't a good look when you get something wrong after doing that much slander. Yeah, Uni. Yeah. I remember seeing a leak that said 4.x will have a lot of pre-sale characters. I mean, that's obvious for sure. Like, I was just talking about this like 10 minutes ago with someone because they said, oh, isn't it weird that they're selling Yao Guang early? Wouldn't they give the Annie character a future best in slot? It's like, no, like, literally every team is probably getting pre-sales. I guarantee you, at least a character in 4.3 is going to end up being best in slot for Himiko. Ashvale, we know, isn't getting his main DPS until damn near the end of the version. So it's like, literally every character released from 4.0 to 4.1 doesn't have their best in slot DPS. 4.2, we finally get the elation DPSs that they're meant for. And then 4.3, it's probably going to be the exact same bullshit, right? Like, it isn't only like a Yao Guang Sparksy thing with Silverwolf that's happening. It's like every team. Every team has to deal with this shit. At least they're making the sub DPSs good main DPSs. Yeah, they're making the sub DPSs definitely good enough to be ran as main DPS, but they're also controlling their power so that they're probably not stronger than their main DPS. Because I do think they regret making Anoxa and Evernight. Like, they kind of regret just making it so that, oh, if you don't already own Cassie, if you don't already own Herda, there's no reason to pull those two at all. Like, just instead pull the sub DPS, who, because they released patches later, is now stronger as a main DPS and cheaper cost wise. I think they are trying to fix that in this newest version. Are you so smart, Puzzle Maru? Thank you, thank you. It just comes naturally. I mean, supports before DPS is not a good thing. In this case, it is a good thing. And I'll stand on this. I'd a million times prefer what they're doing currently over releasing a siren that nobody is aware of near the end of the fucking version, and everybody gets tripped up that some best in slot character they thought would be best in slot isn't, because the character didn't have their kit early enough in the game. Me personally, I'm happy as shit that they're doing this. I never got fooled by Tribby being a Cassie best in slot. Okay, I made videos when Cassie released saying Tribby is not going to be her best in slot. RMC is not going to be staying. But a lot of people did, and a lot of people got scammed. And I think this way, literally nobody gets scammed. If somebody realizes they were wrong about, thinking Yao Guang would get replaced, easy rerun on 4.3. Easy rerun, right? Because let's be honest, what difference does it make? At least with Silverwolf's team, what difference does it make, right? Because the supports are being reran one patch after the DPS's release. How is this any different to Phenon getting Saridra one patch after his release? Don Hung PT coming out in 3.6, one patch after Saridra, right? It's technically the same scheduling, except the supports are ran way earlier. You don't know the version doesn't have a siren Nihilux can be? If Nihilux isn't an elation sustain, then no one's going to be an elation sustain. Like, Nihilux is not going to be a siren, dude. Let's just get fucking real. It's not happening. There's not replacing Yao Guang, guys. Like, how many times there isn't even any banner spots left for there to be an elation upgrade plus an EMC upgrade plus an elation sustain. There isn't enough spots left. We have Robin Espy, we have Avon Espy, we have Pearl, we have Blade, we have Himiko, we have a shit ton of other characters that are releasing in this. For you can't fit that many elation characters. You can't. And Anon already went out of his way to say that there won't be, right? Anon said that from 4.0 to 4.2, there will be mostly elation characters. How did this turn out? A 4-to-1 ratio of elation characters. And before he quit, he said the rest of the version, there's going to be barely any elation characters. So it is logical that at max, there's maybe 2 more elation characters. Guaranteed, there's 1, which is the elation sustain. Avon SP is not going to be elation. What is this cope? Oh my fucking god. Oh my goodness. There's already, by 4.2, we will have the same amount of elation characters as there are total remembrance characters in the game. Just speculation. It's still unlikely, in my opinion. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. This does matter. The any team is probably gonna be comprised of fully woman. That just is how it is. Firefly's best in slot is full woman. Acheron's best in slot is full woman. Mono Rem full woman. Dot full woman. Once Well gets buffed. Like, I'm sorry, but there is a pattern. On top of this, if Nihilux is the elation sustain, it's also mono white hair, similar to mono pink hair for mono rem. I don't think that's a coincidence, especially since they moved Nihilux further into the version suddenly, which a lot of the leakers didn't expect. So they don't know why they did that. I think it's because they want her to be a elation sustain. In her drip, she's also called like the mother of eons or something. Like, nice, Max. Um, White slash gray hair, yeah. Well, that was easy. Can't wait to use Yao Guang E1 with Sparksy. Yeah, it's pretty strong. I went out of my way to check myself if I was maybe like, because I trust calcs, of course, especially by camaraderie, because they've been in the game for a long time. I actually went out of my way to check yesterday how much of a jump the E1 is. It went from like 84k DBAV to like 105k. So it's like, yeah, it's as strong as I thought it was. It's near 30%, if not 30. They put Aventurine in the 3 point exhalation event. That could mean something. Please stop with the cope. I'm genuinely sick of it. People ran with the Ceredra cope from this same bullshit because she was part of the Elation event. Like a ton of other characters, by the way. We aren't doing this shit again. Um, Did you see Uniquely's last video? No, I don't watch other gacha creators. E1. What? There we go.
The knight's challenge has arrived.
Wait a month to know who's right? I don't know what the fuck he said. I don't care. How many pulls do I have? 120? Dude, this takes forever, man. Shit. Can't wait to hit level 90 so I can just do like Weewa for the extra pull. Dude, it's so bad. This is why I hate open world games, Bronte. Wait, what? So I'm just dead? Okay. Oh, it's two. Oh, right. Alright, switch. There we go. Block me. Open this. Go in. You can go here, go in. Yep. Basically, what he said was Sparkle, Sparksy, and Silverwolf would have perfect synergy because Sparkle gives skill points to Sparksy, and Sparksy gives punchline. So he said the point I've already debunked using someone else's zero cycle. And people are trying to bring this up again. No, you guys can't be real, dude. You guys cannot be real. He's literally just saying Sparkle SP positivity, not knowing Yao Guang is more SP positive in a 3-man elation team. I've already addressed this. Why the fuck would I care? Is E2 Ameth good? No, it's actually pretty trash. It's only the S3 that's really good. SP positivity, man. Don't piss me off. What is that event you had in your event tab? Which one? This one? This is a returnee event. Yeah, Solus, you know, we ignore the fact that she already would be as SP positive as Buff Sparkle in a 3 elation team. We ignore the AHA instance. We ignore the elation damage buffing, the certified banger. We ignore the elation skills. We ignore everything, man. Just look at the fact that Buff Sparkle is like, what, 0 more SP positive than Yao Guang in a 3-man elation team? Fucking, that value, man. That value on a Buff Sparkle. Hyper carry buffer, by the way, versus AoE buffer. Keep in mind, elation doesn't give a fuck about action advance. Okay? They don't give a fuck, man. Who are you going to be buffing with Sparkle? Sparksy? Silverwolf? So Sparksy won't get as many chances to generate punchline, and Sparksy will be doing fuck all for damage because you aren't using an AoE buffer? Hmm? Oh yeah, the 45% attack is going to be game changing. Oh yeah, it's obvious Silverwolf won't consume skill points. Like, that's just obvious. The only person who's going to be consuming skill points, like a Hyacine in a mono rem team, is going to be Sparksy for the punchline gen. And that's it. You get more damage from the sub DPS. Plus, you give them a reason to be on the team, which is punchline generation. You get Silverwolf SP, probably SP positive in all honesty. You have the Sustain SP positive. Yao Guang, you guys already know how SP positive she is. If you've seen, the things I've written down in like 300 AV zero cycle, she is as SP positive as Buff Sparkle. Literally, they are basically neck and neck against each other if you put Yao Guang in a 3 elation team with Sparksy and as well as what's it called? Silverwolf. Right. Doesn't Buff Sparkle have a buff rotation to cover two characters? Yes, but it isn't even consistent, and once again, you are ignoring a shit ton of Yao Guang's kit. Like, it just doesn't matter at all. But the thing is, doing action advance with Sparkle might be weird because I'm actually decently confident that when you want to run Sparksy as a sub DPS, you want her to be as fast as possible, and they're probably also gonna make Silverwolf decently fast as well, since like 3 mana elation skills off of speed. Um, so I could be wrong, but Sparksy would probably be already incredibly fast to increase Aha instant speed. Which would probably make it more annoying for double buffing with consistency. And then you also need to keep in mind, like, Sparkle vertical investment gets shit on by Yao Guang's vertical investment for elation teams. It's not just the base kit. You also have the verticals. One more and I can do another pull. Aha instant only takes 2 characters into account? No, it's 3. Aha instant takes into account 3 elation character speed, not 2. Do you know how to open the Star Paths intertwine thing again? I'd assume it's probably permanent events or something. No? Um, I don't even know. Player profile? Come on, man. I need one more. There it is. I think the fact that it's specified fixed punchline isn't taken into account is more proof they're on the same team. Like Fugue's wide break effect doesn't work for break DPSs until E1. I think the only reason they even have it that way is because they know it'd be too stupid. Like E1 Yao Guang once again gives 40 punchline, right? So like E1 Yao Guang, if the fixed punchline does work with, let's say, Silver Wolf SP, like you're probably gonna be feeding a majority, if not a ult, to Silver Wolf SP every single time you get a Yao Guang ultimate off. So the E1 is already a 30% increase for Elation teams, right? But now you also have that you feed Silverwolf two more ults in a zero cycle, right? And that is probably, I'd imagine, a fat increase. Like imagine adding two Cassie ults, right? Um, so for that, I think that's the reason why the punchline doesn't synergize. It's just so they could sell E1 Yao Guang without it being too broken, right? Too spammy, probably. Aha Instant only takes account two of the fastest elation characters on the team. Oh, did they change the formula? I swear it used to be three. So then Sparksy, whoa, yo, 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 yo. So then Sparksy, like you'd want Sparksy and Yao Guang on probably the highest speed possible, and then Silverwolf will probably have normal speed then, if it isn't three Aha instants. Yeah. Yeah, you get four Aha instants in a zero cycle. When did that change happen? Don't know. But it happened. Probably in V4 or V5 when they changed the elation formula. We probably didn't get a clear post on it in the leak subreddit because we used to have HomDG and Hakushin, but now they're gone. So it's like, I guess it makes sense considering the Mono Rem team has two incredibly high speed units, and then the other two aren't as high speed, being Evernight and Cassie, who are more normal speed. And then Hyacine and Cyrene are both on 200 speed. Nah, they just nerfed the elation damage formula. That's all it was. They just nerfed the formula in general. But still, it makes a really big difference nonetheless. If Yao Guang is at 200 and Sparksy's at 160, then Aha's speed becomes 136. Yeah, that's probably going to be the goal. Oh, I see. My point still stands, though. Yao Guang is staying. Like, This entire buff, the only people saying buff Sparkle is more SP positive than Yao Guang and a three-man elation team with Sparksy are people who have not read the kits. And that's not like hate to the person you guys mentioned, but I've already addressed this in my videos. I don't know why people were bringing it up as like, oh my god, like if you watch this guy's video, you're not gonna like it. Like I've already gone through this, guys. Okay, if you really want to see it, what video was it? My last video on God Guang, I actually show like the screenshots using Rui Goko's Zero Cycle as a reference. Guys, I've grinded so much, man. So badly want that S3 Ameth. I'm at 58 pity. Sparkle's not staying on the team. I mean, that's obvious. Like, anybody coping about this shit is crazy, dude. Also, like, I don't know why this isn't really talked about. If they buff Wowo, she's a buff to Yao Guang. If she, like, even though I don't think she's gonna stay on that team, even as a temporary best in slot, she'd buff Yao Guang more than Sparkle. Because, yes, Sparkle is also able probably to get maybe one more ult in a zero cycle if you use Huohuo as a sustain and she becomes SP positive with the buffs. But Yao Guang, this means the possibility of Yao Guang getting another AHA instant off. Another forced AHA instant. So, she's still almost as SP positive as Buff Sparkle. But she now gets like 3 forced AHA instants in a zero cycle, which is a way bigger contributor towards the total damage, right? Like, let's be honest. Are we going to compare an extra 3 skill points from Buff Sparkle going into Sparksy's Elation skill? Keep in mind, she's now like a sub DPS or something, right? So this isn't going to make as big of a difference. Or an entire like 3 Elation skill AHA instant. You know what I'm saying? So Yao Guang just gets further buffed by enabling triple elation for Sparksy to gain more thrill on ult, but then also be able to take advantage of buffed Woho for more AHA instance, SP positivity, like shit like that. Yeah, she's a free to play option. That's a good way to put it. She's a free to play option. We'll see how she fares against EMC, right? But I don't think she is a Yao Guang replacement at all. I think that's pretty cope. Isn't Sparkle less SP positive if we buff Silverwolf? If buff Silverwolf with Sparkle? Since the SP passive isn't active unless the buffed character uses 3 skill points? Oh, yes. Yes. If you did what the person in my chat suggested earlier, which is continuously buffing both Silverwolf SP and as well as Sparksy, the 99% chance case scenario is that Silverwolf SP does not consume skill points to make up for Sparksy having skill points to consume. So whenever you use the buff on Silverwolf SP, you will then lose a skill point on Sparkle when you try to skill on Sparksy next, making her more SP negative than I originally thought. Yeah, that's true. until we get an elation sustain, or if people decide to run sustainless, but I'm not going to take that into account because most people obviously prefer sustain. Just adding Yao Guang is +6 skill points in a 0 cycle because of the +3 thrill from Sparksy's ultimates. So she like already generates 12 without including, you know, this extra 3 SP per Sparksy ultimate. But then it increases to 18 in a 0 cycle, which is more than buff Sparkle. So she has more SP positivity, elation damage buffing, certified banger, aha instance, her own damage output. It is significant whether people want to believe it or not from the elation skills. Tailored vertical investment for elation. And yeah. Versus Sparkle, who has some general buffing and SP positivity, but no punchline generation, no aha instance, no good early vertical investment. Doesn't synergize with Sparksy's Trace. Sparkle will be better though for sure. Are you pulling Sparksy? I'm gonna try, yeah, for sure. I can't guarantee her, but I am for sure trying. I got E1 Yao Guang. If I get Sparksy, skip 4.1, grab Silverwolf. It's gonna be amazing. Close to 7K subs. Thanks. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to end the stream here. I've had enough of the grind. 58 pulls. I'm like 10 pulls away from near guaranteed soft pity. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Good luck with any of your pulls.